Well, Jennifer, that was quick. And Jennifer's been up all night waiting for me. How was Jennifer? I was up very late. I had technical difficulties yesterday, which I woke up this morning with the answer to my problem. Now, which makes me feel better because I thought, man, oh man, I'm blowing my brains out last night. Let's just say yesterday, Doug's here. We've been fox hunting. The fox has been all over the yard. Little fox footprints everywhere. Well, Jennifer, yesterday was a very rough day on Matt's brain. It was so bad. Yeah, I got a haircut and a shave yesterday. Again, in the middle of my tech extravaganza while I was cracking, because you know when you're stressed, you're touching your head like this and scratch and stuff like that. Well, it was driving me nuts. I could feel my hair moving in the wind in the house, and I had to stop myself, and I just went and cut my hair, had a shower, shave. That was, I don't know, about 5 o'clock, and I cracked about that. I couldn't take that anymore. Then I put the ducks in. The streams were still down then. The whole network was still down at that point. And then I did more network work, and I was getting more and more tired and couldn't figure anything out. And then I went and had a nap for 2 hours because I couldn't think. I was just exhausted. It was like going to crash course at school. So then I got up at 8 and started working on it again. And I don't know what time the streams went live. But because I didn't even know I went live. But I got everything figured out. I think it was like 11:30 last night. It was around 11:30, and then I went to bed, and then I woke up at 6:44 with the answer. What's wrong? So, and it turns out it's not me or my equipment. Well, it's my equipment, but it's defective equipment. Turns out, like yesterday, when my little surprise that I had for everybody, that I wanted to play with the ducks and spray them with the hose and do it live and let everybody see how cute they are. I discovered I inadvertently discovered we have defective equipment. You got a promotion, as in you're now full-time? Like a permanent employee promotion, Leanne? Or just more work? Like no more contract? Promotion? More money, more work, but not off contract. Just more contract. Oh, that contract thing. Companies and their contracts. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, we used to do contracts, but they were very expensive. I worked for contract back in 90, what year was that? 95, 96. I worked under contract, but those were the days when, because they only did it was like 3-month contracts, they would pay you like 3 times the salary that the same position would pay. So the contracts were decent because it was worthwhile for me to work in Toronto and live here when I was doing the contracts. So those were the days. Yeah, I know, Leanne. They've changed the game. But when I was in the corporate game, playing, working, when I used to work here and there and network, that was the deal. It was like 3 times what the salary would be. But it was all no benefits, nothing. You were there for 3 months, gone. But they always renewed. Oh, please stay a little longer. I didn't. I decided to get out of here. So, folks, guess what's been going on here? So back in October, remember, okay, everybody knows what the Terra deck is. I should get the Terra deck so I can explain this. Okay, all right, so we're going to do some tech talk. Some people aren't going to be interested. That's why I put it clearly in the title, so that people will not complain and just leave. Okay, so this is the long-range solution to streaming when you want to stream, okay? If this thing is working right, attached to a camera and connected to a Wi-Fi source, you can get up to 1.5 kilometers, which we have gotten right to the other side of the lake, streaming with this thing. Normally it's very, very stable, and we've used it here all year outside, never had a problem. But then I had a problem. I lost the display on the unit, and I decided to claim it a warranty, just in case, you know, because sometimes you got to do things on the display that you can't see on the browser. So anyways, I contacted the company and they said, no problem. We can do what we call an advanced replacement under warranty, where you give us our Visa number and we will send you give us your Visa number, not ours, your Visa number, and we will bill you a new one on hold and send you a new one. And then if we don't get this back in 17 days, we will charge your Visa card completely, and you will officially own one broken one and one replacement. Or if you send it back, we'll credit your Visa, and then you're not without any unit. Now this is a service they provide in the first year, okay, of owning this unit, which I have. This is the first year because I just bought it in June, okay? So we got the replacement. Now, for the one that the screen went, all right? So, you know, we've been using it for the Magoon, and it was working great. But then I got this morning, I remember something. You know how people were complaining about the Magoon? We used to do a lot of the basketball, you know, in the fall there, and everybody was saying it was because I added to the barn, I hardwired to the barn, and that was the, you know, ever since you hardwired to the barn, the you know, the thing was constantly screwing up at the thing. The barn had nothing to do with it. Do you remember? What was it? October? Whatever day it was. I don't think it even worked right the day we did the pickup. I think that October 12th. I think was even the problem. When we let didn't the day the ducks left, it did a lot of looping also? I don't know about that for sure, but I know the day of the cull. The day of the cull is a perfect example. I set it up on a tripod on the in the backyard on the clothesline stand, and I streamed for 9 hours, only got 4 hours of video. Because, and remember, I kept cutting out and looping and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, we thought, you know, Wi-Fi, something's wrong with my network here. We thought, oh, it's because of the tower. Oh, it was the Giga switch not being a Giga switch. It was just a regular switch. And, you know, everybody was stressing out and blaming the barn. The barn was go-to blame, okay? So, yesterday, I decided that I was going to give a little bit of a surprise, and because I felt like playing with the ducks. Well, I was going to play with the ducks even if I was going to share it. But I thought I'd share playing with the ducks, okay? Because I play with the ducks and I don't always share it. But I wanted yesterday to share it. So I thought to myself, I'll do a surprise and I'll throw the Terra deck on my head. And, not the Terra deck, but the GoPro on my head, and throw the old Terra deck in the fanny pack, and we'll do a live session of playing with the little duckies, okay? So I went out there and I did 33 minutes of playing, and I got 9 minutes of footage. So then I started reviewing what was going on. I was like, why is there only 9 minutes of footage? Good morning, Maggie. 9 minutes of footage with 33 minutes of time elapsed. So I started playing with the unit in the back room, which created another problem. My back room, I've got to attack the back room today. It has to get done. I have to reorganize it because working with all this camera equipment, folks, you got to be organized because it was confusing yesterday. I can't work with this equipment in a mess because it's time consuming because I get confused. I'm not gonna lie. It's not cut and dried. If everything's laid out, methodically in its place, I can just flow with it. I know what the equipment does, but as soon as you throw everything together, because everything's black, all the cables look the same, everything looks the same, and it's just confusing. It's a cluster F, if you know what I mean. And I can't work that way. So today it's got to be done. So anyways, so I'm working with it, and I'm like, why is it disconnecting? And it kept reconnecting and connecting yesterday to the Wi-Fi. So I thought it was the Wi-Fi access point in the back room. So I said, okay, let's try the tower. Off the tower, and it was doing it to the tower. So then I came in and did it to the house. And I'm watching and I'm working and I'm checking. You probably heard me stumbling. Why is it disconnecting? Why is it disconnecting on the video there? Well, I went on for hours and hours and hours trying different configurations. So I called tech support, and we upgraded the firmware and all that kind of neat stuff, and nope, still kept doing it. So I decided, the guy said, try some different frequencies, try some different access points. You might be getting Wi-Fi interference. And I said, well, this doesn't make any sense because I've been using this technology and we never had this problem before. As you know, like I always loved using the Terra deck. Never had a problem. Never had a problem. Never had a problem. Use it all summer here. Never had a problem. So I decided, okay, let's tear the network apart. So thank you for the orange. I tore the whole network apart yesterday, and then I got very tired. Had to have a nap. Got up 8 o'clock, went back at it, tore it all apart. Changed the access point in the back. That $99 router that I bought, showed you yesterday morning at coffee, that I got off of eBay. Did the swap over, configured it as the access point, moved the access point in the back, I turned it back into a router, take the old router, it's over in the garage now. I haven't hitched it up yet, but we're going to have Wi-Fi in the garage here. Probably by tomorrow morning. Maybe later today. Anyways, reconfigured everything. You know when you're screwing with networks, nothing ever goes right. Couldn't find the IP addresses, had to do hard resets because I swore I wrote everything down, and I looked everywhere and I couldn't find the notes of all the IP addresses so they could access equipment. So I had to do hard reboots and lose all my information. So this time I put it in the Bible. I got all the IP addresses wrote down in the book. Last night I said, I'm not going through this again. And I'll probably find the piece of paper that it was written on somewhere. But anyways, reconfigured the whole network, like everything. Got her all up and running again. Swapped her all around. Now I got a router, like I said, to the garage. And this was like about 11:30. I said, I'm beat. I can't figure out why this thing is losing its connection. Like, why is it reconnect? Why is it cycling? It's cycling is what it's doing, right? So I went to bed. So I woke up this morning, 6:44. Bang, the answer comes to me. It's a defective unit. It's not my network. It's not my Wi-Fi. It's not my access point. It's not my router. It's not my tower. Never was. All these problems we were having, like that temporary network I set up, was just fine and dandy, except that it was a defective Terra deck. The replacement they sent to me is defective, is what the problem is. It's cycling on the connection, because ever since we got this, we've never had a good connection. And that's the problem. Because I watched it. I tried it on every network last night. I sat here on my desk and I went through every network that this thing would access, which was the house 2.5, 2.45, the back room 2.4.5, the tower 2.4.5. I tried them all. I was like, okay, it won't stay connected. And this was 11:30. I was screwing with it and I was getting so frustrated. And then this morning it came to me, yep, defective. It's cycling. So Sent the email off to them, but I'm going to update the email and tell them that this replacement that I got, that they sent to me October the 5th, which I received, I think, the 10th of October, never did work properly. So, did I slam it? What do you mean slam it? I don't understand. So like hit it? Like with a hammer? What was you talking? Slam it? I don't know why you'd slam something that expensive. Oh no, you don't do that with this stuff, man. You don't do that with this stuff. This thing, ladies and gentlemen, was $4,000 Canadian. You don't slam it. You treat it with kid gloves. You massage it. This is a very delicate professional piece of equipment. This is what TV news crews use on their mobile cameras to transmit back to the vans, to transmit to the satellite, to get live TV coverage on TV. This is TV stuff, folks. This is why people don't. This is why YouTubers. This is why there's not many YouTubers live streaming. I've invested a lot of money. Actually, a lot of people have helped me to make this happen, so that we can do all these fancy live streaming stuff. You know, like, think about it. It's crazy that my home is a TV studio, is what it is. A live TV set. We're like Good Morning America, but we're real. Yeah. Well, I sent the email off last night. I do the update today. They're closed because it's the weekend. They don't work because they're professional. That's the thing about this industry. It's not like if it was consumer products, you know, like you could get 24/7 support, or weekend support, or somebody from India would answer your messages. But because this is a professional company, as in TV only, they only work Monday to Friday. None of these companies that I deal with all this equipment work nights or weekends. Monday to Friday, everybody's gone. So I forgot what it's like to only work Monday to Friday. That's been like decades since I've done that Monday to Friday thing. I think if I only worked Monday to Friday, it would feel like I would be like semi-retired. I think that's what it would be like if I worked Monday to Friday. I think it would be like semi-retirement. Maybe that's what I could aspire for, a Monday to Friday streaming job. You know. Plus, if I turned it down and said, "Look, at folks, I'm only going to stream 5 days a week, and I'm going to disappear for the actual 2, like really disappear." Like I'm talking about, where like I quit at 5 o'clock one night, and you're not going to see me for 2 full days plus the next morning, like a true, like maybe it might not happen on a weekend, but it would be like I would actually be gone for that length of time. I think everybody, yeah, Leanne, no, don't do that. So I'm a slave. I'm your slave is basically what it is. So the tear deck yesterday, which was a good thing, you know, it was frustrating as hell, folks. I'm going to tell you that. It was a waste of a day, but it wasn't a waste of a day because I discovered that my crucial piece of equipment that I need to do the whole winter show, like this piece of equipment, folks, is the show, because everything I do, like once all my projects are done and I'm finished, and it's just take care of the ducks in the winter, it's all point of view. Like everything I do is camera on the head, the whole winter, camera on the head. And without this, I can't do the camera on the head. This is the only way camera on the head happens. So we gotta get this fixed. So I'll send the email off, update email telling them I know what's wrong now, and then they will send me a replacement probably either Monday or Tuesday. They'll ship it by FedEx. I bet you by Friday I'll have the replacement here. So I wouldn't know a backup. I wouldn't buy a backup one of these. Not while it's under warranty, because while it's under warranty, they'll, no, this was not the tripod poop deal. That was the other encoder. So, no, this has never been hit, dropped, bumped in the night, nothing, Norm. This is a totally different game, this one here. I would see other encoders that I'm a little more rougher with because they're much cheaper. They're only like, well, $625, but they're hardware only, which means you got to use a Wi-Fi extender, 120 volt. You can't do a Wi-Fi extender and do a, well, you could GoPro, but you could only go as long as the extension cord or your network cable. You could do that, I guess. Well, you'd have to have an extension cord and a network cable, or yeah, just the extension cord. So dragging a 100-foot extension cord around off your what you call it, belt, or 200-foot extension cord. Oh, elbow, oh, cracking elbow. So, yeah, it was $2,500 US. And with taxes and the exchange and everything, it was crazy. So, Darla, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in chat in a long time. A long time. How's Darla doing? Don't tell me it's not worth trying for. You can't tell me it's not worth dying for. You know it's true. Oh, you're doing music lyrics. Okay, Susie. You just made me read a bunch of lyrics I had no idea. Good morning, Digger. But I know this morning at 6:44 I woke up remembering everybody whining, which was the constructive whining about the lupin and the beach ball and the problems at the Magoon and it was the barn was the go-to blame it, everything was the barn, and then when I did the call and we lost so much footage there because of that, and anyways, so now I know it's defective. It will not stay connected to what you call it, the Wi-Fi. But I did manage yesterday to reconfigure the whole network and get ready to do the barn, but clean the back room up next. Back room's got to be done. Oh, man. Anyways, now that's the tech talk of this morning. That's what took place yesterday. That's why everything went down here. We had no streams running for a while there. Things were just getting goofy. I'm really mad that actually I should probably edit that little 9-minute video of me screwing around. I think there's a lot of footage of me just standing there at the computer going, why is it not working? Wondering why it's working. Oh, it's disconnected. It was like just a lost little boy in front of a computer screen. No, it wasn't cute, Susie. It was frustrating. No idea. It should have just worked. Like, it should have just worked. It's like, because this technology is super stable. And it's like, yesterday was not, this doesn't normally happen using this piece of equipment. It just works. You just plug it in and go. Like, you just go. Especially with the Wi-Fi situation here I have on the property. It's like, it just should go. So, and then I was calling my service provider, and we were talking about my service here and my internet service, and we were talking about like going upload speeds and what I can pull off, because I wanted to see, can I stream 3 streams, like the barn, 3 streams, and the goose shed, and do a mobile at the same time. Because I said, what am I doing right now? I'm on the phone with him. And he's telling me right now, Matt, right now you're pushing 18 up solid. And then I turn the tear deck on. He goes, okay, right now you're doing 24 solid up. And I got 30 capacity. So he goes, yeah, you're still going. You're still at 24 solid, straight up. She's working. I'm like, okay, so we can do it. Because I saw yesterday James commented about that I was trying to do too many streams at once, but I had already covered that base with my service provider because I was on the phone with him, and he was monitoring my usage as I was in the back room trying to get things working because it kept disconnecting, and I thought maybe it was my service causing the deconnect. They're not connecting, but then I got later on thinking, well, my Wi-Fi has nothing to do with my network, or my Wi-Fi has nothing to do with my internet connection. But I confirmed that I can do 24 up solid, you know. Like I could honestly, like, so that means, like, I don't think I can do 30 up solid because that's my limit here, 30, and it doesn't look how would I say this? I was talking to him about upgrading so that I could do more, like 5 streams at the same time, and we're at the limit on my connection to the internet. Limit. Can't go any more connections. For him to give me more speed, he actually has to change his infrastructure, and he doesn't like that idea. Because the radio station has, well, they have less bandwidth than me, and because I used 50% of the up bandwidth on this tower is me, and then the radio station's got the portion of the other bandwidth, and then he's got other users. He said it's too tight to crank me up more. So he says if we wanted to upgrade so that we could do like 5-6 streams here all the time, 1080p, he would actually have to change his tower in town where the fiber optic is. The radio on the tower here, 400 feet in the air, 400 feet in the air, and then he would have to replace my radios. Massive radio replacement to upgrade me. So we are stuck at our current infrastructure of 30 up, which basically is about 4 1080s and 1 720 is what it is, maximum that I can pump out, which isn't, you know, isn't the end of the world, but the only way is more just a huge infrastructure upgrade, which would mean I would pay a lot more money. So we're stuck with what we got right now, which I'm gonna have to make work. So I'm capped at 4 streams, maybe 5 if I taxes. But like right now, because it's cold, the radio on the tower is not. Remember, we used to always have to reboot my radio all the time. I used to have to call them, can you reboot the radio? Well, right now, because it's cold outside, the radio is running colder. It doesn't need to be rebooting. But when the summertime there, when it was overheating and he had to reboot all the time, that was because the radio was getting too hot. So right now, maybe in the winter I could tap out at 5, maybe like 2 barn, a goose shed, and outside at the bathtub, and me walking around. We might be able to pull that off. We'll see. I can't. I'm just obsessed with this streaming. I just want to. Should be worried about net neutrality. YouTube is going to pay their. They'll pay to make sure that net neutrality is a big scam. We're getting screwed again by the government. You can't believe that. Can't believe that they voted against it. You gotta wonder, folks, how much bribe money the cable companies, you know, the internet providers, paid the FCC. You gotta wonder. You gotta wonder. Like, man, I read that. I was like, my God, we're getting so screwed by corporations. They own us. Really, really, really do. Man, it's bad. You know, they brought, like, what government official would do that to all us taxpayers? Like, you know, we're paying the bill on everything, and then they turn around and tell us, oh, guess what? We're going to do something against your interest. Like, That's all they ever do to us. And it's because, you know, the lobbyists, right? I'm hoping that, you know, the Congress and they vote against it. I hope they shut it down. They say there's a possibility that they might shut it down. They say there's a possibility. And Tom is here. Tom is back from holidays. Well, good morning, Thomas. We get screwed all the time, Rich Roofer, I know that. But it's like, this is just, I'm hoping the Congress, because this is a worldwide, this will affect everybody worldwide. You know, if you get, you know, the big, the ISPN, Internet Service Providers, ISPs, you know, start throttling websites because, you know, they aren't getting paid any extra money to give them speed. You're gonna find that you're gonna only be able to go to like YouTube, Facebook, you know, the big sites who are paying the bucks to be fast, and everything else will be small. All the smaller sites that you go to will basically be throttled to dial up. You know, you'll swear you were back in 1995 with a 28K dial up modem. So, broken people, I have to establish some rules with you here, just so that you don't get yourself into trouble with me. You can't show up 30 minutes into the conversation and just say, yeah, I want to make everybody else listen to what Matt just said for the last 30 minutes in a recap because I arrived late. That triggers me when people do that. Okay? Don't do it. It's like showing up in a room, you know, oh, what are you guys talking about? None of your business. It's like, you want to see what we talked about? Watch the video version. The first 30 minutes you missed. Oh. Anyways. Tom, did you stay inside your whole holiday? The geese went to sleep last night? Well, John, I'm going to be building the nesting boxes here soon. Now that we've got the network done, like I said, I'm going to today. I am going to have Wi-Fi in the garage. So as soon as the Wi-Fi is in the garage, I can start doing some jobs over there. Take the iPad and, you know, put it on the tripod, and I can stream in the garage, working, sharing, making duck stuff and goose stuff. You know, because I know you guys like watching me make that stuff, and I like sharing that part of the show. Making duck and goose stuff out of nothing, from nothing, or sometimes with something that looks sort of similar to something that could be that in its, anyways, you know what I mean. Oh. But I didn't anticipate yesterday. I'm so mad, but I'm not mad. I'm glad we figured out why we had the beach ball problem since I got the replacement October 10th. I couldn't figure it out. We blame the barn for everything, folks. That poor barn. Oh, ever since you did the barn. You know? No. So now we know it's not the barn. I'm really happy about that. I thought my network was crapping out. It wasn't. Oh, folks, I thought for sure I had a defective router. But what a score. That $300 router for $99, it works. It's in the back room working. I'm connected to it right now, working. Like, some guy, 99 bucks, no tax, shipping included. Got shipped, some guy from Toronto who was like, he was moving, or yeah, he upgraded, had to upgrade. You know, these young lads, upgrade. Oh. You know? Young lads upgrading. It's like, man, oh man. I use stuff till it don't work anymore. Oh. So that's the tech talk. That's what's happened here. I'm sort of relieved and not mad, but hey, now we get this fixed. But I'm not going to have this this problem again, because this time when I get the problem, when I get the replacement Teradek, because I'm doing mobile streaming, I will be aware every single stream if things aren't working right. See, the problem is, when we got this replacement, I just threw it on the camera, threw it on the tripod, and took it to the Magoon. I never like did any mobile stuff to know that it wasn't working. And then I went off and I was working here, remember? I was doing all the work. So it was like I was focused on working, not focused on the quality of the stream. And I didn't know that the stream was sucking a big one. Because everybody was blaming the barn. And I said, okay, well, let's blame the barn. Well, sure, I did the barn around the same time. We think, maybe, possibly, you know what I mean? Like, anyways. Oh. Am I going to breed ducks and geese next year? No, I'm going to actually, Xavier, I'm doing penguins. I'm going to be hatching penguins in the spring. Oh, but I'm keeping the ducks and the geese over the winter for the eggs for the food bank. But we're going to be doing an expedition to the to Antarctica, actually northern Argentina, in January to grab us some penguin eggs, and then we're going to hatch them here. So that's what's going to happen here, Xavier. So in January we're going to northern Argentina to get the eggs, and then I think it's like a 45-day incubation period, and we were expecting like mid-March penguins. Oh. And how is Inga enjoying her awesome new phone? Is it nice? Are you liking it? Are you happy you have tons of storage? You have storage for the next 5 years. You are gonna go, thank you so much. GoFundMe for Argentina. That's coming up soon. Seriously, Inga, other than the fact that maybe if you just like, you know, you don't like it anymore, I don't know, I can not like a phone's a phone, but or you scratch it or break it, you seriously, my blonde goddess, you've got enough storage to last you 5 years. Seriously, I have saved you so much money. You're gonna go 2 years from now, oh, I still got 100 gigs of storage. I'm still good for a couple of years. I'm so glad Matt browbeat me that day online publicly in front of everybody to buy bigger. Oh, even though people were telling me to leave you alone, Matt, let it go. I didn't. Oh, yeah, bullied. Yeah, I bullied her. I did. I'd do the same thing in person. If I was with her in person and we were standing in the store, I wouldn't let her. I'd be like, no way. Like, it's only $180. What are you thinking? You'll be surprised what you're going to use. You'll be surprised. I wasn't triggered. I was just looking out for her well-being and making a good investment. And it's like, I know she can afford it. Inga's money bags. She's a professional woman. She's got nothing to worry about. That's what made no sense. She was choking on $180 on a free trip. You're on a free trip. It's costing you nothing to be there. Oh. Xavier, you're quite welcome, friends. Are you going to stick around and watch the penguins hatching? See, the price was minimal, the difference, Inga, but you choked. And you needed somebody to slap you up the side of the head and say, what are you talking about? It's minimal. Like, you had a cheap attack, and it almost caused you to make a mistake. Sticker shock. You're going to try. I'm doing a special trip to Argentina just for you, Xavier, to get the eggs, and you're just going to try to watch? Well, that's not much kind of support. I can't believe that. Well, I guess everybody else will be watching. Yep, you've been slapped. But in a good way, you know? In a good way. I do that with people when it's like, no, you're making a mistake here. Spend more. But then I have been with people like, what are you doing? Don't spend anything. You're crazy. You don't need that. I'm the opposite. I can be one extreme to the other. I'm usually never halfway, you know? Like I never, oh yeah, that's a good idea. No. It's either you don't buy it or you buy bigger. The halfway road just means you're going to be doing a replacement later. Been there, done that one. Lots. And that's way more expensive. Going the halfway route and then having to replace, oh man, that's twice as expensive. Oh. I looked out for her. Just I wish she would have streamed it in there. We could have been shopping with her, and we could have just been in the chat telling her, you know, bye. What about the 1,000 ducklings? We're going to do penguins instead, Denny's. We're going to Argentina to get 1,000 penguin eggs. Well, I'm glad you're happy. I'm happy for you. I sent you an email saying that I was happy for your purchase. Brand new iPhone 8 with 256 gigs. You're cooking with gas now, lady. Yes, Denny's, real penguins. We're going to Argentina in April. I mean, January. They're laying eggs in January. And we're going to go get 1,000 eggs. We're bringing them back live on YouTube. The whole thing's going to be streamed. So, streamed live. The first on YouTube. The 50 Penguins t-shirt. Well, we got to get the eggs first, Tom. Then we're going to be doing the 50 Penguins t-shirts. The duck t-shirts, people do wonder what they say on them. I find wearing them and then people look at them and it's like, what? What's on your shirt, man? It's like, ducks. What are you doing with ducks on your t-shirt? It's like, it really makes people look. Well, we're going to save the species, Susie. This is us. We're the climate change, climate warmers, climate things changing, pay more taxes, we can fix everything kind of show. I think we should give 100% of our money to the government to fix climate change. I couldn't keep a straight face on that one. Emperor penguins. Maybe, Christopher. Well, maybe 75% of our income. If we gave up 75% of our income to the government, they could stop climate change. More tax is always the answer. Oh, your son took a picture of a t-shirt so you know what channel to look for. Yeah, I know. 50 ducks is hard for people to understand. You say to them, oh, what's your name of your YouTube show? 50 Ducks in a Hot Tub. What? 50 Ducks in a Hot Tub. Just go on YouTube and type 50 ducks. Well, I gotta write that down. You can't remember 50 ducks? Are you that stupid? Like, man, I'm just shaking my head. It's like, how can you get back home an hour later? What was the name of that show? Like, how is 50 ducks? You just type 50 ducks right now on YouTube. Type 50 ducks. And it's like, we come up. It's like, go on Google, type 50 ducks. We come up. It's like, but why is it so hard for people to grasp it? I don't understand. Like, is society that stupid? Like, why is it so hard? Like, is there something wrong? Like, is 50 ducks too complicated? Like, I'm gonna do it right now because I just want to make sure I'm not blowing my horn here. 50. So I just type 50 and then I put a space and I put a D. Boom! 50 ducks in the hot tubs right at the top. Just type 5D in YouTube. Try that, folks, right now for me in the search bar. Is your top results 50 ducks in a hot tub? Now forget about the duck adventure part. Type, that's too, oh, you tell a duck adventure, it's like a Wikipedia URL trying to talk to people when you say that one. So you type 50 space D and the first result is 50 ducks in a hot tub? Oh, 5 deadly venoms. No, type 50. Ozzy's too lazy. Ozzy, you won't even just do it for me? No. Are you on YouTube or Google, Leanne? Oh. James, did you just join us now, or did you hear my whole rant on my technical head blowing out yesterday? We've been blaming the barn, James, and it wasn't the barn. Anyways. So it is, right? 50 ducks is the #1 result on YouTube when you type in 50D. You know? So when you tell somebody what's the name of your show or what, oh, it's 50 ducks in a hot tub on YouTube. What? Just type in 50 space D on YouTube. Oh, that's even more confusing. Okay, just type in 50 ducks on YouTube. Like, oh, if you type in just ducks, let me just try that. So are we that? We should be actually ducks. No, I type in ducks, I get everything. I got ducks. Yeah. I got ducks, ducks quacking, ducks for kids, duck song, ducks goal horn, ducks blow by the wind, ducks versus the kings, ducks stroll, ducks in the bathroom, ducks ducks in the bathroom. What's that one? Who searches that? Okay, ducks in the bathroom. Yeah, none of my videos in ducks in the bathroom. Yeah, I'm not coming up ducks in the ducks there. You gotta add the 50. You type 50D, boom, at the top. Okay? I know. So if you go to Google, you know, go to Google. I'm at Google right now, so I'm going to type in 50 ducks. Okay, I type in 50 duck. When do I appear? Okay, so 50 space DUC, and I get 50 ducks in a hot tub. Oh, I get some pretty cool stuff here. Okay, I got some good results for you here. 50 ducks in a hot tub. I'll show it to you as a screen, but there's somebody's looking for my location. A lot of people are looking for my location because this is all Google. So a lot of people are looking for me. See right there? 50 ducks in a hot tub location. And then a lot of people want to know about the lawsuit, which the lawsuit had nothing to do with the 50 ducks. The lawsuit was because of my porn store. So, and then 50 ducks landing, which I don't know, Duchess Avenue, or ducks in a hot tub, GoFundMe. Yeah, there's nothing, but so a lot of people are looking for me. That's bad. Maybe I should get some kind of armored gate to keep her. We might be having an invasion here shortly. That's when you get on the Google trending like that. That's bad. People are hunting you down. A lot of people are looking for me. So when you tell somebody 50 ducks, just type 50 ducks. They can't grasp it. Oh, what's the name of your show? Let me get a pen and write that down. Oh man, forget it. You're too stupid to watch the show.
Can't grasp it. Oh, what's the name of your show?
Just like the ducks are smarter than you. Don't even bother. It's like you get home and you can't remember 50 ducks. Don't even watch the show. Just like the ducks will literally walk circles around you. Oh, Inga, the pond. The pond is bad news. No skating on the pond this winter, folks. There's so much water flow through the pond. There's hot spots in the ice where there's holes. Doug went through yesterday, and he went through the day before. Well, my location is really easy to find. I also, all my videos, I post the geo location on all my videos. I'm not hiding. Just don't show up here unannounced. I'd run you over with my truck. I would. I'd use my truck as a battering ram just to get rid of people that were annoying me. I'd take the charge. Yeah, whatever. I hit you with the back bumper of the truck. You really screwed your car up good. Shouldn't have been here. You know? You know. The truck's a pretty good weapon in reverse. That big steel bumper make a mess of anybody's vehicle here. Just 1 ton duty coming at you, a big black steel bumper. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have come down that driveway. It said no trespassing. It was like that young lad that showed up here. It was like his dad. His dad's at the gate, and he says, the sign is, this dad, kid, dad, this is the place, this is the place. And his dad says the gate says no trespassing, and it's closed. Gate's closed, and it says no trespassing. Son, we can't go down there. Oh, we have to, so he comes down. Well, son, I'll take you down there and show you what happens when you go down a no trespassing place. Why would you take your son down a no trespassing road? Yeah, I'll show you what happens, son. We might not make it out of here alive, but you'll learn today when you see a no trespassing sign that there could be violence at the end of that road. Oh man, I was nice to the kid because he was a big time fan, but it was like his dad, his dad should have said, no son, we can't go down that driveway. It clearly says no trespassing. That's like going to somebody's house and, oh, the front door's unlocked. They must want us to come in and just sit down and make ourselves comfortable and wait for them. The door wasn't locked. Well, I'm thinking Juanita's happy today because she's back from Dallas, because she was cold in Dallas, and she's probably warm this morning. All right. No, you got to worry about the truck. The truck coming backwards down the driveway at you. It's like the beast. I've used that truck as a ramming rod on buildings in reverse with that big steel bumper. You don't want to get hit with it, trust me. It would just destroy whatever you back into. Because it's a big giant steel welded bumper and it's welded to everything, and it's like it's a ram. It's a ram. Like I said, I've used it. I had to move my building once, the back building, and I actually rammed it with the truck in reverse and moved the building. Oh. So today is we're gonna let the ducks out real soon here, actually, because it's warming up today. Well, Road Warrior, if it's the right kind of beer, I might let you on the property. I might forego the $3,000 registration fee and say, oh, I see green cans in his hands. I hope that isn't Rolling Rock. Okay, so what's the deal today? Oh, it's not very warm today, folks. It's only going to be a high of -12. Ooh, tonight's going to be nasty. I think I might have to throw some straw in the barn in the wet. Oh, I know what I'm going to do, folks? I'm going to do a partial cleaning. Just a partial, like around the water station, to get rid of all the water. Just the center, not the outside edges. The outside edges are dry. It's the center. I might do because it's going to be -28 tonight. -28. But the temperature's falling today. It says -15 is the high, but right now, it's warmer than that because I got up and it was warm. I had a coffee. No, it's not. It's -15. Okay. All right, -15. All right, so I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a speed cleaning. I'm gonna clean out the wet spot in the center of the barn, and then put the ducks back inside. If it doesn't warm up, we'll see. I'm gonna have to monitor the temperature today. What's the hourly forecast say as far as? Yeah, it ain't gonna get good today. Like right now, it's -4. Well, it's -15 on that one. That thermometer. And they're saying that basically it's going to warm up around noon, and then the temperature's going to start plummeting again. but it's going to be quite a roller coaster ride of coldness coming. Minus 28 tonight. That's chilly, folks. Like 28 below, and then if there's a wind, like, can you get your head around that? Like, we're not talking wind chill, we're talking ambient temperature. That's Matt closes all the blinds in the house so that less radiating cold off the glass. But on Tuesday, it's going to be 3 degrees and rain. Don't you love that, eh? How can you go from minus 28 to, oh, but on Tuesday, it's going to be 3 degrees and rain. Oh, you gotta love this country. The weather. Climate change. If I just paid more tax, that minus 28 wouldn't come here tonight, and maybe that 3 degrees on Tuesday would stay longer. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. No. That's it. It's my civic duty. Seriously. $27 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be surprised, Tom, how geese from small or warm places can survive. Geese got some pretty amazing down situation. The only thing you got to worry about is their feet. That's when you get the problem. It's like the Muscovies, their feet. That's what freezes. Minus 40 with the wind chill. If it gets wind, if there's a wind tonight, Alan, it could be that. But minus 28 is nasty. Minus 28 is not a good situation. That's why we're going to do penguins. We're changing to penguins, and that's exactly why. I've been thinking this through, and you know, I figured, hey, we're going to save the species, climate change. We're going to be in an ice age here soon, and it only makes sense because 50 ducks. When you tell people what you're watching on YouTube, you say 50 ducks. It's penguins. Maybe that'll be easier for them to remember. Yeah, 50 penguins. Oh yeah, that's a lot easier to remember. 50 penguins. Yeah, I'll get home and I'll remember that. 50 ducks, too much to take in. Gotta really wonder how stupid people are, right? Like 50 ducks, like 50 ducks, like it's like 7 letters, 7 characters. You don't even need the hot tub part, just the 50 ducks, and bang, here we are. I don't get it. So I'm going to call the ducks and the geese. What am I going to call them? Late for supper, Xavier? That's it. You're late for supper. You're gone. Penguins are here now. Penguins are taking over. Move over, geese. Have you listened to me when I called you? Are you excited about the Argentina live stream in January? I am. Now that we figured out what the problem is, we get another one of these and we can live stream from Argentina, getting the eggs to hatch in March. I'm so excited that I figured this out, and now, well, that was stopping me. That was what was stopping me from going to Argentina to get the penguin eggs. I'm not in awe of stupid people anymore. I just like shaking my head. It's like You know, people don't understand YouTube. You know that. Like, do you ever talk to people, and they're like, how many people have you talked to that don't even watch YouTube? And you're like, what? How can you not watch stuff on YouTube? Like, oh, you have cable. Oh, okay, that settles it. I understand. All your time is in front of the TV getting passively fed propaganda or whatever, you know, or garbage or brain cancerous, you know, I don't know, media. But it's like, they just don't understand. They think YouTube, and I actually, a lot of my friends, well, they're starting to wake up now because I've been doing this for so long. They're starting to think, oh, maybe YouTube is just not for kids. But I have a lot of people look at me and they're like, YouTube, oh, that's kids, and that's what kids do, eh? They watch that stuff. Yeah, that's what it is. It's all kids. 1.5 billion plus kids a month. You know? That's the whole, every kid in the world is watching YouTube. Nobody else is watching YouTube stuff. Like, I got rid of cable. I got rid of TV a long time ago. I don't even know what TV is. I actually, when I'm at people's houses and I see commercials, I'm like, what is that? It's like, you have to sit through that? You can't just get rid of it? It's like, and why are you getting that kind of commercial? Like, I don't need a commercial on Depends. I don't have that problem. Like, at least on the internet, you get commercials that their commercials are aimed at your search habits, you know, and it's like, at least, oh yeah, I got interest in that. But like, why am I watching a commercial on Depends? I don't have a problem. Like, that's what about cable or TV, period, is that the commercials have nothing to do with you. Like Kotex commercials, like 50% of the viewers. I don't need this. So, you know, these advertisers are just fools. Like, you're like 50% of the population doesn't need this. Well, maybe 50% does need to know what they need to buy when they're sent to the store to get that. You know what I mean? Like, that could be it. You know, whether, you know, get that brand we saw in the hockey game last night. You remember that brand when you're going to the store? That's the one I need. Don't give me the other stuff. You saw it in the hockey game last night. They had the commercial. When you're at the store, get that brand. Okay, I know. I saw it last night too. Like, but you know what, folks? The people that the TV cable passive, you know, media watchers, they're the ones that can't remember 50 ducks. When you say 50 ducks to them, they look at you and go like, "What? Can I find that on my DVR? What time's the show start?" It's like, no, it's on all the time. It's on all the time. It's a 24/7 show. It doesn't just start. What's up, 0671? Penguins don't fly. That's why they don't fly away. You didn't know that? Penguins' bones aren't hollow. They're solid, so they're too heavy. They can't fly. So. We're real here, yeah, we are. Like, it's but a lot of people can't handle real. Some people think I should edit everything together, the weekly edit, and do recaps, because they don't have time to stay plugged in to the show. It's like, okay, my recap this morning is my tech problem, but I figured out the problem. Defective hardware, which is like sort of a relief. But it'll be here. I'm hoping by Friday. I'm hoping by Friday. Maybe Thursday. Maybe by Thursday. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to expedite this. Is I'm going to send them, because I have a credit card form, and I pre-filled it out. I'll just send it to them again and say, just do this, get it happening, and send it out Monday. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump ahead of the queue here, and if they send it out Monday, it'll be here Wednesday, because they do 2-day service on their FedEx. What an awesome company for warranty, eh? They FedEx stuff like, well, because it's professional equipment. Their service is like unbelievable. Like, it's not consumer stuff, you know, like Ingenious, you know, where they sit on it for 7 weeks. They like send it out rush right away. That's the difference, eh? Dealing with consumer electronics and dealing with what you call it, professional electronics. Good morning, Vista. Vista slept in. 8:26. She's just arriving to the party. No. No, the penguins I'm getting are they're not blue and white. They're black and white. Okay, we're talking about TV. All right. A fresh espresso. So Inga's sitting in a coffee shop right now because she didn't make espresso at home, unless she bought herself an espresso machine yesterday also. Are you in a coffee shop right now, Inga? On your new phone? Watching the chat? I'm in shock that it's going to be 28 below tonight, folks. You are at a coffee shop. Christmas songs. Are there other people with you on their phones, or are you the only one there on, or are you, everybody else is dealing with old phones and you've got the new phones? Vista, I'm way better to say that I've figured out my tech problems. It's extremely cold tonight. I'm gonna do a mini cleaning on the barn. Just get rid of the wet in the center, and then throw a bunch of fresh straw down, because 28 below is gonna be chilly tonight. There'll probably be ice fog in the barn tonight. So, actually, let's just check the tracking, because I don't believe the encoder that we've got coming here, that James got us, is not going to be here until December 27th. I find that hard to believe. No, it's still. Why is it doing this? That is bizarre. December the 12th, it was put into the mail in Victoria, British Columbia, okay, because that's where the company is. And then it was scanned in Richmond on December the 13th. No, December 12th, actually. It was in Victoria, December 13th in Richmond. And it's showing that it's going to be 11 days to get here. It never takes 11 days to get here. Like, I don't get it. Like, it shouldn't take that many days. It's like, what? Like, when's Christmas? Yeah, there's like a whole nother, there's no way it's gonna take that long. There's gotta be something wrong. Could be Christmas pressure, you're right. But usually parcels are, you know, they're moving pretty quick. It's just as soon as that gets here, I can work on the garbage pail on the side of the building, and I can't do anything until the garbage pail gets here. Because I like doing everything all at once when I'm doing my MacGyver. I hate working, doing something, and then after the fact, because it just doesn't work that way. I can't in my head, you know. It's like the way my process works. I need everything here, and then I start at the beginning of the project, and then I finish, and I just make it happen. Because we really need a camera outside on the corner of the barn, facing the tub, the goose shed, and the area, so you guys can watch the duckies in the snow. Because they're pretty regular where they hang. Nope, Inca, you're wrong. He's right there. He's sticking close because we went on a fox hunt this morning. The yard's covered in fox tracks. The fox was in the garden digging up. And then last night I had to walk to the gate because there was a parcel there and something I ordered, and the courier company said, well, they tried to deliver it to the post office box, and I was like, no. Oh, they sent it by couriers. I said, just throw it on the inside of the gate. So I went out there at 11:30 to the gate last night, and there was like fox prints all over the driveway, all over, little footprints everywhere. We're a 2-bagger a day, Tom. 2-bagger, $29 a day. It's basically what it is. $14.70 a bag times 2. So basically, it's like $900 a month to feed the ducks. That's what it costs. Which, as soon as it was $642 last month to feed the ducks. The bill at M&R Feeds was $642 for the ducks. You know, Vista, that is a very interesting thought about the fox, the fox. But you know what's weird? There's no footprints around the barn. Like, he's so far away from the barn. No, I haven't done a GoFundMe, Inga, because I've had the winter gun to my head, and that's all I've been focusing on is winter gun. Like I said, once I get all this winter stuff done, because I'm having a bit of an OCD problem right now, because my garage is a mess because of unfinished winter duck projects. And until that happens, I can't get my head around anything. I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a problem. So, and I do have to sit down and get some t-shirts in the mail, because some people got some t-shirts that I haven't done t-shirts in 3 weeks, and I gotta sit down and do some t-shirt stuff. I've just been stressing over the winter gun, which thankfully I did stress over the winter gun, because if I wouldn't have stressed and pushed myself, we could have been in big trouble here. Very big trouble, if you think about it, considering what the weather's been like. Could you imagine with this weather, the way it's been, if I wouldn't have been ready? Like, as far as protecting the ducks is concerned, like, you know, the final, you know, the little tweaks, you know, to make it better, you know what I mean? Vista. Well, just put a whole bunch of cash aside and wait for me to get my winter gun taken care of. I gotta get the winter part taken care of. Seriously, the ducks come first all the time, all the time. Well, last night, okay, it was dark. The networks were down. I was in here struggling with the networks. I look outside. Okay, it's getting dark. I had to stop what I was doing, just like, and I was in the middle of some kind of curve that I felt like some kind of accomplishment was going to take place. But I had to stop, get dressed, go outside, take care of the ducks, put them in the buildings, get the water, did all this stuff. And you guys didn't get to see any of that because the network was down, and soaked the little duck's foot in the hospital, and you know, all the stuff I had to take care of because it was just that my responsibility, the ducks. Hello, Matthew. So, ducks first, you second, me third. Well, so Doug and then me. I'm at the last. I'm at the end. Oh. You celebrated when I got him back up. Well, you know what's funny, Vista? Is that when I got the network back up and then I went, oh, I better go turn the streams back on at 10. It was about 10 o'clock. I went into the interfaces to turn the streams on and they were working. I was like, oh, I didn't know they were working. Because I was like doing, I was working away and I said, oh, I better see if I can get the streams running. And they were already working. So when I got everything, the network up and running, everything auto reconnected again. So it was 11:30, 11:15 when I went and did the water last night. It was late because at 10 o'clock. I said, well, they got water. They can wait till 11. And that's when I checked the streams. I said, there's no stream running, so nobody knows that I'm torturing the ducks without water right now. And that's when I discovered, oh yeah, I got the streams running, so everybody knows there was no water. I was like, great, Matt. PETA's going to be here next. Well, but I still said, no, I got to keep focusing and get this done. Because it needed to be. It's so time consuming, folks. You have no idea how time consuming it is. It's just, it's like a lead brick into the, no, it's like a black hole. It's an abyss. It's like when you start doing that stuff, it's like, how did I just waste 7 hours of my day on this? Like, it's like, it's hard. It's hard. It's frustrating. I hate the time part. Because, 7 hours of effort working on duck stuff, you know what I can accomplish? A ton of stuff. I could build the nesting boxes for the cubicles for the goose and the duck shed. I could build a water station. I could clean the barn in 7 hours. All of that in 7 hours. But no, instead, I did 7 hours of network stuff, moving stuff around that nobody gets to see. Like, you don't get to see anything. You're just like, oh, yeah, whatever, Matt. Yeah, sure, you did that for 7 hours. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then sit here and go, yeah, this is defective. I figured out this is defective. It's like, it's not the same. You know what I mean? So, that's the deal. But we're very close to having Wi-Fi in the garage. The Wi-Fi's over there. I've got it sitting on the bench. I just got to plug it in. Plug it in, build a little shelf, bracket, piece of plywood, screw it to the wall so there's a place to sit there, and we'll have Wi-Fi in the garage. And then I can actually run the little iPad, and I can put on a little duck in the hospital, so you can watch the little duck sitting there. He's weird, the little duck. Something's wrong with him. I don't think it's, I think something else is wrong with him. I don't know. I'm just, man, I don't know. We'll keep doing the soaking, but I'm thinking that he's got something else wrong with him. I don't think, like, he's got a weird smell to him. It's the weirdest thing. Like, I don't know what it is, but he's got a weird smell. I've never had a duck like that before. Like, every time I pick him up, I gotta wash my hands. It's got a weird smell. Like, it's just like, oh, what's that smell on him? I even washed him. I took the hose, I sprayed him down, I did his belly, I got him all clean. But there's something wrong with him. Oh. Yeah, it's Doug's story. So I don't know what's going on with the poor little duck. He's definitely got a gimp leg, though. Gimp bad. Or gimp foot. It hurts so much that he won't put any pressure on it. Maybe it's the smell turning Doug off? Totally could be that. Doug doesn't like him. So, but I wash him. I've been washing him every day with the hose in the, what you call it, in the garage. the last 2 days. It's just like you just stink, duck. Like, why do you stink? I've had ducks living in the back room the whole winter, never stink. You know, that's why I've never had a problem with ducks in the house. Yeah, I have my dryer going. You know, so I don't understand it. Blue sky out there. Blue sky and cold. 28 below tonight. I don't know what he's got, Vista. I know one thing, he's got a wicked set of wings. Wicked set of wings. Beat the crap out of you every time you pick them up. You know, disco, folks, the shelf perch rigamajig for her to jump up on. It would hurt me, because you know, if I mount a shelf, you know, 2.5 feet off the ground for disco, you know what'll happen, eh? Does anybody know if I mounted a shelf 2.5 feet off the ground for disco, what would happen? Can anybody fix? This is like the 2x4 question yesterday. How to fix an 8-foot hose, or a hose that's 8 feet too short. I wonder if anybody's going to answer this one. We'll see. See if anybody gets it. See if anybody gets this. No, nobody's getting it yet. I don't think nobody will figure this out. Ah, Debbie's close. Debbie's close. What would happen, folks? Guaranteed. Well, there's a good chance it would remain empty. The disco would not jump up on it. No. I would hurt myself cleaning the barn. Guaranteed. Sometime this winter, I would hurt myself. Susie got it. Susie's the only one that got it. Oh. Disco likes balancing, folks. It's like a perch. You know, it sits on the edge of the nesting box. I could put a piece of plywood on top of the nesting box, and you know, she might walk on top of it, but actually what she'll do, she'll just walk on top of it and crap, and cover the top of it and crap. But she likes to balance on the edge of the nesting boxes. Disco's always been like that. And I used to stack double nesting boxes, you know, 2 nesting boxes on top of each other, you know, for the Muscovies to go up into. She used to balance herself on the top nesting box. No, but perches aren't meant to be wide. Well, Inga, you know, normally the Muscovy ducks, that's what disco is, a part of Muscovy. They perch on branches, okay? Like, it's like a branch, and then they'll sit on a branch, and they just balance on the branch. That's what they do. You know? Like, I'm wondering here, I'm trying to think. I wonder if I have a chunk of plywood somewhere that I could throw, but why does it need to be 1 inch? Donna, I don't understand. It's a 1/2 inch right now, and Disco's loving it. But I'm gonna do something here. I think I have a chunk of plywood. I'll throw a chunk of plywood on top of a nesting box so you can watch. It's gonna get covered in duck poop, but you know, I'll show you. And all Disco will do will go up there and crap. You know, if Disco was uncomfortable, she wouldn't be up there. It wouldn't be her go-to spot, Julie. I get hurt, Rich, a lot more than 1 to 2 times a year. I'd say 1 to 2 times per season, and there's basically 2 seasons here. So I push like about 4 times a year. I debilitate myself with some kind of injury. But I'll tell you, I'll grab a piece of plywood today, folks. There's a piece of plywood in the back somewhere. I'll find that chunk and I'll just lay it on top of a nesting box, and we'll do her up just to make you happy. And you'll go like, oh yeah, Matt, you're right. I hardly ever get sick. I go for injuries. Injuries are more exciting. The last one was the Final Destination injury. That was, I didn't like that one at all. Well, but I don't get sick very often. Honestly, can't remember sickness part. But I'm gonna get my acting together, folks, because I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do today. And like the back room's gotta get done, gotta get that set up, and then the Wi-Fi in the garage, and I gotta do a little bit of a cleaning in the middle of the barn. Get rid of the wet stuff because tonight is minus 28, so the ducks are gonna be totally locked down. And I don't even know what's gonna happen today as far as getting out, because like right now it's really sunny and nice, and yesterday it became really sunny and nice and actually warmed up to like -6, and I was outside playing with the ducks. Like right now it's still -14, wind chill -17, and it's saying that it's -13 in Petawawa with a wind chill of -20. It's still too cold to come outside. Let me just double check something. Yeah, okay, there's something wrong. The weather here, it says -12 in the back deck, so I could be letting the ducks out soon here. If it's -12 in the back deck with the sun, I'm thinking probably within the hour we're going to be letting the ducks out. And I'll do a duck rush, and you know, we're just gonna have to make do with this half-assed outdoor streaming situation I got going on here, because 1, defective item, can't do what I want to do right now, and 2, the Apple products don't like outside, so yeah, they don't like the cold, so that's the deal. I'm thinking that's it. Yeah, I gotta go get my acting gear. Get things happening here, because I seriously want to accomplish something today. So, everybody, continue with your day. Probably within 1 hour, there'll be a duck rush. Thanks for joining me for morning coffee, and I love you all.